Fellas, No Nut November is here. How will you stay strong? Will you go the distance? Should you accept the NoFap challenge? Well, today we're going to talk about semen retention, and we're starting right now.
Rim low on my fitted, dreams has always been vivid. I'm just trying to go get it, catch me right around and I'm ignorant, I'm just rolling.
This was my first live interview, so don't judge me for saying like 1,000 times.
You stupid.
They're not.
And for the full 90-minute live interview, check out Mr. Man in Action's channel. Link is in the description.
So it looks like we got a couple questions in here. One, Mexis says, what do you guys think about semen retention? What's your take on that?
I never made a video on semen retention because I personally don't know. I'm not really a huge, like, I know y'all say it's like benefits and stuff like that, but I honestly just don't get it. Like if I'm single and I'm mingling, like for like, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but it was like they were saying stuff like, you know, it increases your testosterone, so it gets girls to want to choose up on you more and blah. And I'm just like, I personally don't even wait for choosing signals. If I see something I like, I go get it. So right. I'm not worrying about that. And if like for me personally, if I go, and still to this day, if I go a month without getting something, because I was in boot camp for 2 months and that was ridiculous. Yeah. I was ready to knock somebody out in there. Like, yeah. You know what I mean? Like I can't do it. Like, you know, so I'm not a huge fan of it and it's just simply because I don't get it. Like if it's for you, like if guys are doing it, which I assume guys are doing it somewhat to benefit them when it comes to females, because they're talking about it on a dating channel, then I feel like if you really want to meet more females, you should actually just focus on talking to them and getting to know females, so you don't have to do a semen retention or something like that.
Yeah. And that is the crazy thing. A lot of guys will hop on it for women, but this is what guys don't understand. That energy y'all think y'all feel, or the women feel off semen retention because you're retaining, women feel more of an energy if you're fucking other chicks. So if you're walking around as a guy, who's getting pussy, busting whatever you want to call it, if you're getting laid, women will feel that energy more than, ooh, he looks like he's retaining. Ooh, he looks like he's heard of the red pill in female nature. Women ain't heard of that shit. All they know is if you're a simp or if you're a pimp. You know what I mean? Like, that's all they know. So for you guys that's doing that, I kind of see what some guys say on that, but just like the message that me and you preach, bro, do what works best for you. If it's working for you, if you're seeing the benefits, if you're seeing results, if you're getting more shit done, all right, cool. But if you're doing this because some other guy's saying it worked for him, and so it's just like the red pill. A lot of guys will say women are like this, women are like that. I'm like, that's not all women. You know what I mean? Because I ain't had that happen to me ever. So figure out what works for you, and the only way to do that is to take action and get the fuck out the house, interact with the world. And a lot of these questions and ideas that you guys be thinking and watching on YouTube, you'll have the answers to it yourself. You know, some guy doing semen retention could be the best fucking porn star right now, but he's worried about retaining seed, and he could be the best dating coach or anything, but he's getting kind of confused. So it's kind of like up and up with me, like half and half. But at the end of the day, we're all different. We're all men. We all need to figure out what works best for us and pretty much just go from there. That's my take on it.
Right. And I like that, because it's kind of like, I feel like if you doing semen retention, which is probably what I should have did when I was younger, because you can't focus. Like, I have a one-track mind. So if I set my mind on starting a business, I don't sleep. When I set this channel up, it took me like 2 days, and I'm improving it as we go along, but I don't sleep. You just keep going. Like, I have a one-track mind. I'm focused on this. So when I focused on females, it was, Jesus, I'm banging. When I focused on females, it was like one-track mind. I got up, I text, mass text, respond to all of them, set the dates up. Like, yeah, if that's your problem, where you're already getting females and you just need to take a break, then okay, maybe you should do some semen retention because you need to focus like that. Your balance, like my balance was off.
Yeah.
Like it should be no reason like I come home for Thanksgiving and I ain't see my family in 3 months and they don't see me during the whole 3-4 day week because I'm chasing tail and I spend 30 minutes with them. Like you should probably dumb it down a little bit and focus on different things. But what I feel like is a lot of guys, there are guys like Felix. He preaches semen retention. He can pull some girls. I have no issue with that. Like I know just because real recognize real, I can tell he can pull some girls. So if he needs to, if he, and I can tell he probably goes just as hard too. Like if he needs to fall back from females to grow his channel or do whatever he needs to do, that makes sense. But if you're a guy and you're not approaching girls and you not like you don't have no experience getting girls, you should probably focus on that first.
So guys use semen retention and purpose as an excuse. I'm not buying it. And I like I said, I do see some of the, some of the testimonies, and I've done it here and there, but I think it's just all about balance. One thing is, man, is we take shit and we just go overboard with it instead of actually sitting back and being like, wait a minute. Because I think just going back to the semen retention thing, I think the biggest problem for guys is porn. And, that's a whole rabbit hole so deep that you'll be chilling at the rabbit house asking that nigga if he wants something to drink from the store if you go deep into that porn shit. So I think more than anything, guys need to get that handled, get that addiction handled and shit like that. And, it'll be a lot more easier for them. So go ahead, bro.
It's weird to say it, but I never understand like taking care of yourself until after I started getting laid. Like I just didn't get it. Like however y'all do it, I didn't understand it. Call me stupid because I didn't figure it out until after. And what had happened was, like after I started getting laid, and then you start up with the porn too. And Steph will even talk about that. Like, that messes up your sex game. And that's just not cool to have have a baddie in front of you and like you like
can't do nothing.
Like, you know what I mean? That's just not cool. So if anything will stop you and that reputation, you do something like that and you in college or you in school like that or at work, they gonna laugh at you over it. Like I'm not even gonna hold you. Like you gonna have that name even if nobody says nothing. Like you don't want that rep. So that I got a buddy that I'm trying to help with that too because it definitely is an addiction. Yeah, and I'm not like from that aspect. I can definitely say it does mess you up because. And I was just like watching a video on that, like how it starts you down a rabbit hole where like you think girls are supposed to act like the porn stars, and the porn stars don't even act like the porn stars in real life. So,
yeah, and then you'll get all these weird fetishes and shit like that. Like you'll start watching these like obese. It's different from a big woman and the obese.
I know yeah, that's crazy.
It's a difference, and now you find yourself like hitting you on POF and shit like that. So. I feel like guys need to get that handled more than anything. Semen retention is a beautiful thing. We're not here to diss it or down it, but you guys definitely need to just be real with yourself, man. It's so much easier when you do that because then you can move accordingly.
So that was me and Mr. Man in Action's thoughts on semen retention. I personally feel like if you're doing it to focus on your purpose, cool. But if you're using it as an excuse to not meet women when that's really what you want, well, that's not cool. See, sometimes we have to do things to step out of our comfort zone. This was my first live interview, and I can't lie, I hated it. Why? It's simple. I was just out of my comfort zone. Kind of like the first time I approached a woman. I said the word like 1,000 times, and I think I talked too much during the interview. And honestly, I was hoping Mr. Man in Action forgot we were even supposed to do an interview, so I wouldn't have to do it. Kind of like you hoping that girl doesn't walk your way, so you have an excuse on why you were too afraid to approach her. And I'm still glad I did it because I know the more lives I do, the better at it I'll get. And the same goes for you when it comes to approaching women. I could tell you what to do, but you actually have to go out there and do it if you want to see some results. And I could have edited out the bunch of times that I said like, but I want you guys to see the improvement I make from the next time I do a live. But anyways, here's a card to Mr. Man in Action's channel. Check him out. He's got some good content. And if you like this video, the video you're going to want to watch next is Signs of Attraction. I'm out.